Hey, what is up everybody? This is Stevie Breach coming to you here tonight as we are talking about the WWE Royal Rumble 2017 coming up right around the corner. This is honestly going to be a very big show for WWE. Honestly, when they rolled out and they announced the Alamo Dome for the Royal Rumble, it was announced that this was going to be a monumental Royal Rumble, one that you would remember for a lifetime. Definitely you can see with the influence of NXT as well as the Royal Rumble with Monday Night Raw. You know, they're emphasizing the major pay-per-views of the year to be WWE, WrestleMania almost experiences where fans will travel in from around the country to make sure they're able to see the biggest matches on the biggest stages. Definitely trying to bring in as much money in San Antonio, just like they did in Toronto, which was a very big success over Survivor Series weekend. They're probably going to be doing this, with Royal Rumble, WrestleMania, SummerSlam, my guess, Survivor Series from here on out, using sort of the building blocks of what made WWF a greater success as they are now, expanding out to go global with more worldwide things, like they just pulled off the big UK tournament, which I saw none of, and it is what it is. I wasn't able to watch any of the Cruiserweight Classic either when that came out, and that was great stuff over the summer, but I just didn't have time, and it is what it is. But I've always kept up with the main product, even though sometimes we're all watching Monday Night Raw, and it is what it is. We've had too much, and we just tap out is a better way to put it, and say I gotta go. I'll see you later. I'll catch the highlights. When you look at the card, of course always are going to have the Royal Rumble match as the big main event. I think honestly they stacked this up with the two biggest WWE Championship matches that you could have. AJ Styles versus John Cena, as well as Roman Reigns going up against Kevin Owens. Both of those matches, I honestly see title changes coming. I think that John Cena having the championship, although it wasn't emphasized, John Cena winning his 16th title as much as I thought it was in the past when he had championship shots, that I didn't really think was really going to happen. I just didn't think that John Cena was going to win his 16th championship at Battleground or something like that. He's been on the chase for this, Ric Flair tying title for a long time. But it could happen. Honestly, to me, I honestly always thought that John Cena's quest would come with him winning the Royal Rumble match itself, which even though he has a WWE Championship match, we've seen guys pull double duty before, so maybe he could lose by the club, who has a title shot. Maybe they lose that title shot during the pre-show to Cesaro and Sheamus, and they just flat out jump ship to SmackDown, joining up and reestablishing the club on SmackDown with AJ Styles, and that's how they're able to overcome John Cena. They've never really broken their alliance, even though they're on different shows. Gallows and Anderson, they're still the club. AJ Styles still wears attire that says the club on it, so even though they're split by Raw and SmackDown, they're still very much together. I'd like to see Cena win it at WrestleMania, but I'll take him winning it at the Royal Rumble as well. 70,000 fans, if they're able to pull it off inside of the Alamo Dome yet once again. I haven't heard WWE say that this is, been named a sellout, but it could be, I guess. But for me, what sort of knocks this is a show that, I definitely know I'm going to sit down and I'm going to use the fast forward button. I haven't seen my schedule, but I think, like a few of the Royal Rumbles of Royal Rumble past, I'm not going to be able to watch it live. I don't have a day shift. I have a 12 to 9, which means I get off an hour after the Royal Rumble will end. We'll have to see what happens, but I'm pretty sure that's what's going to happen. I can't believe how many people are texting me right now. I apologize. But, hey, we'll see what goes down with that. Kevin Owens versus Roman Reigns. I think that honestly, Roman Reigns having the championship is the road that they want to have on the road to WrestleMania. Hopefully, that does not mean Braun Strowman will win the Royal Rumble, but honestly, anything can happen. Even if Roman Reigns wins the championship, Braun doesn't have to win to become the #1 contender. We honestly could see a person from SmackDown winning the Rumble, like The Undertaker, and that could mean that Roman could find his #1 contender down the road. From here, honestly, what knocks this card for me a little bit is the fact that it's such a long show, with the Royal Rumble being expanded to 4 hours, as well as having 2 pre-show matches on the kickoff show with Cesaro and Sheamus going up against Gallows and Anderson, as well as Sasha Banks going up against Nia Jax. To me, honestly, if you think about it, I believe it's the 2011 Rumble. It starts off with Edge versus Dolph Ziggler. I honestly can't remember what was the Raw WWE Championship match, but there was just those 2 matches. I believe a Women's Championship match with Beth Phoenix. For some reason, I think Kelly. And then they just had the Rumble. 4 matches. Over and done with. Easy and out. Everybody's only here to see the Rumble, honestly, in the long run. Just get it over with and knock it out. That's the way I would like to see it go down. But, Sasha versus Nia Jax is being built up as a big, Nia is trying to prove herself on Monday Night Raw that she really is a giant, that she really is a badass. She deserves to be in the WWE Women's Championship title hunt. Sasha Banks is trying to establish herself as she beat Charlotte twice, but she didn't hold the title for that long. She won it on Raw. She lost it on the pay-per-view. She hasn't really been able to establish herself as a real Women's Championship champion, a threat, like somebody who could hold down the fort. Yeah, she could pull off an upset, so she's trying to pull it off and show that she is one of the baddest mothers on the planet. I'm not ready to say I've given up on Gallows and Anderson. They haven't won the championship since they debuted. They were one of the most badass teams. A member of the Bullet Club in New Japan. They hold those titles, I think, twice, maybe 3 times over there. I don't know why. Well, I know why, because the New Day had such a long run with them, holding the belts the whole time they've been there. I really thought they would beat them earlier, but they decided that they were going to go with them breaking the record. I'm not saying it's now or never, do or die, but we're getting close to the point that every time Gallows and Anderson have gone for the championships, they've come up short. To me, honestly, the SmackDown 6-woman tag doesn't make any sense. You have Mickie James debut on SmackDown, helping Alexa Bliss win the steel cage match against Becky Lynch, and then you don't use her in a singles match or even in a tag match. You use her in a 6-woman match. What did you bring her back for? Honestly, in my mind, if you bring her back, you want to emphasize on her talents that she has, and you want to have another kick-ass match like Mickie had against Asuka at NXT Toronto. You don't hide her in this match with everybody. I'm not taking anything away from Becky, Nikki, or Naomi. 3 great talents there, but I just don't see why you put her in here. The Cruiserweight match, Rich Swann against Neville. I'd be really surprised if Neville didn't win. Charlotte versus Bayley. Everything has pointed to the fact that Bayley is going to be beating Charlotte here at the Royal Rumble. Honestly, in my mind, I love Bayley. I really became a really big Charlotte supporter. I would love to see Charlotte keep the championship and Bayley be on the hunt a little bit longer. I'm not going to be one of those people who says that Bayley doesn't deserve the championship because she hasn't been on the main roster long enough. I think that honestly, her character is somebody who's not going to win the championship on her first shot. It's somebody that's going to, have to defy the odds and prove to the people that she deserves to be on Monday Night Raw. She has to go after that title a few times before she's finally able to put it over and, win the big one, whether that's on the WrestleMania stage or on a different pay-per-view. As long as it's not on Monday Night Raw, I don't care. It doesn't have to be on WrestleMania. It could be on Battleground or anything else. I'm just not sure that this is a place for it. But the Royal Rumble coming up around the corner, going to be here on Sunday. We're going to go over all the matches and talk about them all. So we'll see you in the next video.